And it looks like we are live! Hello everyone, I am the Sauntering Spellcaster, sauntering through your mind. And other places. And today, we begin one of my favorite chapters in this entire game. I love this chapter. I kind of love all of the chapters, but this chapter is just... I love westerns and stuff. So this chapter, I'm quite fond of it. I am very fond of it. No, that's settings. Okay. The American frontier is a place of foolish dreams and dashed hopes. A tired soul rides into a dying town terrorized by outlaws. Success, they call it. Though to look at it now, none can imagine why. Against a gang of villains, a lone gunslinger stands no chance. But perhaps, by working together with the locals to prepare traps before the crazy bunch arrive, one man may yet make a difference. Let's do it.
Howdy, Sheriff. Something to drink?
Nope, but I got something for you to post up.
More trouble in these parts, huh? I swear. Thought it couldn't get any worse after that last bunch rolled in. Okay. What's your clever moniker?
And here we have him. One of my favorite characters. And as I said before, we are using the default names because I think they are actually the best. So yes, we are going to go with Sundown.
Kid, huh? Don't look all that young to me.
Fancy meeting you here, partner. Oh, why the long face? Reckon you'd be relieved to finally put this life on the lam behind you. honestly. A little gratitude would be appreciated. Come on. Let's do this proper.
And the man in black rode out, and the gunslinger followed after him.
Can't have people casting aspersions on the great bounty hunter, Mad Dog. No, sir. Never let it be said he shot an unarmed man in cold blood. How many times we done danced this dance now? It's almost like saying goodbye to a lover. Bard had it right. Parting is such sweet sorrow.
A well-read man. I like you, Mad Dog. You're a cool character. And, yeah, Sundown. He, as a gunslinger, has a whole bunch of projectile-based attacks. He also has a lot of wind element attacks. I quite like Sundown. He's pretty neat. Anyhow, it seems that we are in a duel. So, we gotta do what we gotta do. Hollow point.
Like that?
And yeah, Sundown has a automatic counter. It's wind element, response to any attack, does decent damage too. I actually really like it. And Mad Dog is resistant to bullets. I guess if you've constantly have to be in gunfights as a bounty hunter, you learn ways to get around people trying to shoot at you.
You son of a bitch! Finish me, goddammit! Don't you dare walk away from me again! Finish me! Whoa! How dare you? Shooting at my Goldie? Killing a man is one thing, but you leave his horse out of it. I ain't done talking!
Another town.
The Wanderer. And here we are in the frontier town of Success. It's locked up. This one's locked up too. And that one. All the buildings locked up. Every single one of these buildings is going to become important later. Every single one of them. Ooh. I really do like the feel of this chapter. The spaghetti western Clint Eastwood film vibe of this chapter is really cool. Also,
what are you thinking?
You can pet the horse.
Hell of a place. Real popular, too.
I like his dry, sardonic wit. I'm also happy that, again, you can pet the horse.
Soy comandante de las yeguas, yo y yo solo.
Cállate.
I think it's a neat little touch that the mariachi band speaks Spanish, but it's translated in there. I kind of like to imagine that Sundown would know some degree of Spanish. I think that's pretty cool. Hola, hermanos. Me llamo Sundown. Tú tocar un instrumento muy bien. Muy bien. Hello. 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 Oh, they're all scared of me. You, a vaquero? ¿Tú un vaquero, señor? I've actually never had tequila. I don't really drink much. I've seen what alcohol can do to people. I'll have a beer every now and then, though. Sí, amigos aquí. Amigos. Alaska herbal liniment. I want to see how many items I can get before progressing the story. Because I've never tested that before. It looks like everything's locked up right now. Oh, not everything.
Hey! You have no right to just barge into my room like that! Get out!
Okay, the lady does have a point. Very free-spirited young lady. Can I go in here? Nope. Well, we got the one thing we can get before we advance the plot, so, yeah.
Howdy, stranger. Thirsty? Or you got a hankering for something more substantial? Free of charge, of course.
God damn, is it hot out there? Barkeep, the usual. Hmm? Hey, stranger. Seems you're sitting on my favorite stool. Hey, you deaf or just stupid?
That's enough. Your name on it? Huh? 'Cause I don't see it. Do you? Waltzing in here, acting like you own the place, without spending a dime. We don't need that kind of customer. No, thank you.
Now, Annie, darling, there's no need to make a scene.
Annie!
Settle down now.
Don't you talk to me like that. Big, strong men, striding around like you own the place, 'cause of what you got dangling between your legs. Wayne! James! Clint! Cesar! You got cojones? Well, don't you? So use them!
Oh, Annie. Full of fire and fury. Real hellraiser. I love it. I mean it, darling. Be my woman.
Get away from me!
Annie, darling, I know you didn't just raise a hand to me.
She just did, and to be honest, you entirely deserved it.
'Cause there's some things a man cannot abide.
Leave her alone. Billy!
If it isn't the brave sheriff's little brat, here to save the day, huh? I hate to break it to you, kiddo, but I ain't got time for your shit. Whoops. Sorry about that, stranger. The boy was out of line, but I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive him. Tell you what, let me buy you a drink to smooth things over. Barkeep! Milk for my new friend. Heads up! I figure that ought to suit a delicate flower like yourself.
I'm gonna drink this first one just because I think it's funny what he says if you do so. But, yeah, Pike, this guy's name is Pike. He's a real piece of work. In the Aeon Genesis fan translation of the SNES original, Pike doesn't tell Annie, be my woman, you know, which that's already pretty bad, trying to, you know, force himself on Annie like that. In the Aeon Genesis fan translation of the original game, Pike says something so much worse. He says, and I quote, "Annie, you look hotter than a whorehouse on nickel night." Yeah, this guy is absolutely the kind of scumbag that actually would walk into a bar in a Western film. I'ma drink this milk, and after I'm done drinking this delicious milk, you know, beber un leche, I am going to, I'm gonna show this man just what we're capable of.
Would you look at that? Downed it like a man dying of thirst.
I might actually have been dying of thirst. You don't know how long I've been riding out.
I think my new friend needs another. Barkeep! Heads up! I figure that ought to suit a delicate flower like yourself.
Thanks, but no thanks.
What's this? You spitting on my generosity?
You aren't actually being generous, you're being a jerk.
How else am I to interpret the return of this milk I see before me? And to top it off, this hangover. But that's what I get for drinking the cheap piss they serve here. Let me guess. It's not that you hate milk, but that you can't stomach it, unless it's fresh from your mother's tits.
Pike, I am about to end your entire career.
Your mother's, maybe.
Huh? Huh?
You heard me, Pike.
You got a death wish? That it?
And look around in the battlefield. Everyone's here in the bar. Look. Y'all are awfully calm considering a gunfight's happening. Pike has a weakness to fire, but there's not actually a way to hit him with a fire attack. But this is a clever piece of foreshadowing, depending on how it goes with something later in the chapter. Anyhow, I don't like you, Pike. You're a jerk. All talk, no action from Pike.
This isn't over, you hear me? You'll get yours! You just wait and see!
So then, you ain't riding with the crazy bunch.
That was amazing! You gave Pike a hiding he won't never forget. With him on our side, I just know we can beat them.
What's all the ruckus?
Sheriff, this fella here, see, he just rode into town and...
Oh, now you show up. In the nick of time, as always. My father, the sheriff. The coward.
Billy, son, try to understand. If we so much as look at these people the wrong way, there's gonna be hell to pay.
But if we don't take a stand, then nothing will ever change.
Oh, Annie, please.
I don't want to hear it. Our sheriff, my brother, every last man in this town is a coward. This boy here's got more courage than all of you put together.
Sheriff, listen. This fella here, see, he just might be the answer.
Alas, good people, I fear you have misjudged the content of that villain's character. A man's name is his story, and that one speaks volumes. You deserve to know, so I'll tell you. The kid. Yeah, that's right. That there's the devil himself.
Wait a minute. It's him. On the wanted poster.
$5,000. Dead or alive.
$5,000, that's a whole lot of money even now. If you account for inflation, though, back when this chapter took place and applied it to now, it would be like 4 times that amount. That's a whole lot of money.
And the one who's gonna bring him in is me, Mad Dog.
Liar!
I am many things, boy, but I am no liar.
You're a good guy, right, mister?
I like you, kid, so I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'm no saint.
No. No! I don't believe it!
Always were lousy with the little ones, weren't you, kid? Goldie's still out there, you know. Lost or dead in the desert. But you'll answer for that. And everything else. Soon enough. Outside. Now.
It's a showdown!
A showdown!
Don't even think about running.
So, we got challenged to a showdown. But first, I want to talk about the folks in town. This is Billy. He's a kid. You know, like the famous outlaw. Interesting story. I forget if it was Billy the Kid or Jesse James, but my granddad's not my granddad himself, he's not that old, but my granddad's I think his grandma actually met either Billy the Kid or Jesse James. So that's kind of cool, you know? But yeah, here's Billy. I like Billy. You'll win, right? This is the barkeep. That's really you up on the wall, isn't it? Yeah, that's me. This is Wayne, named after John Wayne. This is James, named after James Gibson. This is Caesar, named after Caesar Romero. Same guy who did the Joker in 60s Batman. He also, apparently did a whole lot of westerns and stuff. And this is Clint, named after Clint Eastwood. These three, they are not named Pancho, Pincho, and Thomas Jefferson, which, that's an Earthbound joke. No, these guys are, well, I forget which ones exactly is who, but, let's meet them. Sancho. Delos. And Pancho. Well, one of them was named Pancho. But, yeah. No one really wants to see this fight. This is Annie. Do it or don't, but if you're gonna, do it outside. Named after Annie Oakley, the famous sharpshooter and showwoman. You know, Annie Oakley's husband was also a incredibly good shot. Her husband actually became her manager. So, that's cool. And this is the sheriff. What a day. It's all gone to hell in a handbasket. Yeah, today's certainly been eventful. Anyhow, let's go deal with Mad Dog.
Now there's a look I'd never seen on you before. Oh, a pang of sadness for the end of our extended association? I understand, I truly do. But all good things must come to an end. And end it we will, kid. From 10 paces. Each man takes 5. I'll count it off. On the 5th, we turn and fire. Agreed? Right then. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh, look at Caesar in the background there. He is freaking out. I mean, to be honest, I probably would be too. It's kind of scary to think about, you know, two men about to shoot each other.
5.
Well then.
He's one of the crazy bunch.
Those two gunslingers.
How'd they know?
Just my luck. These simpletons ruining a perfectly good duel.
Wow! You both are incredible!
With them backing us up, maybe, just maybe, we can take on the crazy bunch. Listen, I guarantee there's a whole lot more of them on the way, and they'll be out for blood now. You've got to help us fight!
Well, when you put it like that. Not that I could ever muster the strength to turn a woman down.
I like you, Mad Dog. I really do.
Sorry, kid, but it seems our duel will have to wait. But only until after we've dealt with the crazy bunch. The crazy bunch ain't exactly short on shooters. Doubt we'll have a chance of beating them in a straight-up fight. I tell you what, dying heroically during a valiant last stand does not appeal to me one bit, no sir.
Honestly, makes sense. Everyone talks a big game about dying like a hero until they actually have to be put up to possibly die.
Let's see what these folks can tell us about our would-be killers.
All right. There's got to be something we can do to help, isn't there? You just might be able to help. If I'm being honest, none of us are all that good with guns. Just as likely to shoot each other as one of the crazy bunch. You need to work on your aim, man. That's pretty scary. Proper gun safety is important. Remember, never flag someone with a loaded gun. Remember, the gun should always be considered loading and operating. It should always be considered that way. And if you aim a gun at something, you better be willing to see that thing destroyed. Remember, you gotta keep a firm, steady grip. You gotta be careful with guns, man. And speaking of being careful with guns, accidents with firearms are absolutely terrifying. You had Kentucky Ballistics. He had his 50 cal blow up, and yeah, that was one of the scariest things I've ever seen. Dude had to stop himself from bleeding out by jamming his thumb into his throat. So yeah, be careful with guns. Guns are no joke. Just impromptu safety PSA from your local sauntering spellcaster. That was some fine shooting, and that ain't no lie. But there's at least 15 more of those boys left. 15 boys, that's a whole lot of guns and a whole lot of ammo. What do you gotta say, James? Hey, if you're serious about staying to fight, then it's only right that we fight too. I like you, James. You're cool. What do you gotta say, barkeep man? Reckon you think the man who named this town Success must have had a sense of humor? But you're wrong. Back in the day, the streets were filled with prospectors hoping to strike it rich in the gold rush. That's why the gangs come calling, to strip the carcass clean of the last few bits of meat on the bone. Oh man, that's sad. Also, I love the artwork in this game. The artwork, the lighting, the shadows, it goes so hard in this game. Look at all the little, look at all the like flickerings with the gas lamps and the candles. That is cool. Oh, this game is such magnificent art. I keep comparing it to a pop-up book, and there's a reason for that. I have the, when Octopath Traveler came out, I bought the collector's edition. And the collector's edition of that game, they have each of the first little chapters in a little pop-up book thing with the collector's edition. So, yeah, it's honestly beautiful. I love the art of this game. Can we open these doors now? We cannot. Everything is still locked. What do you gotta say, Sheriff? Speaking of sheriffs, I have a bit of cool news, but we'll get to that later. You know who leads them, don't you? The only survivor of Custis Seventh. A devil who by all rights should be dead and dust. Oh Dio, the outlaws call him. They flock to the man, their shepherd with a heart of stone. He'll have broken camp the moment he heard what you two did. He can't let it go unanswered. Oh Dio. So we know who the chapter boss is. So, we can actually date around when this chapter would take place, much the same way that we could with Oboromaru's chapter having to take place between the 10th of December, 1863. He mentioned Custer's 7th Cavalry. That was a real event, and we're gonna talk about it because it's an uncomfortable part of American history. So, let's talk about the Battle of Little Bighorn. 'Cause oh boy. June 25th to 26th, 1867. So this game has to take place after that date. Exactly how far after, I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. But this, calling this a battle is, yeah, this wasn't a battle. This was a complete failure to comprehend tactics, as well as, quite frankly, the whole thing never should have even happened. It was, kind of morally abhorrent that, this whole thing even happened in the first place. But, let's talk about this. So, you have 700 cavalrymen in Custer's 7th Cavalry Division. and they would wind up fighting against between 1,100 to 2,500 warriors from a couple different Native American tribes, primarily the Lakota, the Dakota, the Northern Cheyenne, and the Arapaho people. The result was several people died. Like a whole bunch of people died. Up to 300 Native Americans were killed. 160 Native Americans were wounded, and 10 non-combatants were killed. And when it comes to Custer's cavalry division, they all get wiped out. So the sheriff was not wrong. By all means, ODO should actually be dead. Which we'll come back to that. But, yeah, with an armed engagement of soldiers, this was the most significant action of what was known as the Great Sioux War of 1876, which basically involved the Sioux Native Americans fighting against various forces of the United States Army at the time. Yeah, this was not pretty. So in 1873, one of the chiefs, Crow Chief Blackfoot, called for U.S. military action against another Native American tribe. The Lakota were invading the Black Hills. So the United States military, they had an alliance with the Arikaras and the Crow tribe during the Lakota Wars. And yeah, the fight though wound up being won by the Lakota. They were led by Crazy Horse at the time, as well as Sitting Bull. The two of them were what wound up inspiring the Lakota to fight that fight in 73. But the U.S. 7th Cavalry, a force of 700 men, led by one Colonel George Armstrong Custer, who was a major general during the American Civil War. They went in to try and fight some of the Lakota, and basically all of them died. And it wasn't just them that died either. There were 4 Crow Native American scouts and 2 Arikara Native Americans also died there. Yeah. It was an uncomfortable time in the history of the United States. And the ramifications of the battle were pretty interesting. The 7th Cavalry had to be, you know, completely rebuilt because basically all of them died. The Army of the United States expanded significantly. It, you know, the army expanded significantly. And as a result of the defeat, in June of 1876, Congress created what the Sioux would later call the Sell or Starve initiative, which basically the United States was like, hey, we don't want to keep fighting you anymore. We don't want to keep fighting the Sioux Nation anymore. So here's what we're gonna do. We are going to cut off supplies and food to you until you guys stop trying to, you know, cause problems. And in 1877, the Sioux land was, you know, bought up and sold, and Native American reservations were permanently established in the United States. Again, a uncomfortable period in the history of the United States, but nonetheless an important one to learn about. This country, I love the United States. It's my home. It's a country that's done a lot of good for the world, and you know, when it comes to its founding principles, I very much admire them. But this country isn't perfect. It's not. No country is, because, you know, human beings do bad things to one another. They do. And you know, that's actually one of the central themes of this game, is about how people do bad things to one another. But it's also about how people are willing to change, about how people are willing to try and do good things for people who might be perfect strangers. So just remember, it never hurts to be kind, because you never know what that might do for someone. You never know. You never know. What do you gotta say, Annie? If you manage to get rid of those bastards, I promise we'll make it worth your while. We've got a little gold squirreled away. It's yours if we survive. That is very generous of you. What do you gotta say, Billy? You're both so fast, I just know we can get rid of those outlaws with your help. Thank you, Billy. I like you. You're a good kid. I like you. What do you gotta say?
Somos humildes mariachi.
Atrapados en la red del destino.
Sin poder escapar de este pueblo, donde la sangre fluye como el vino.
You guys do a really good job singing, but man, that was a depressing mariachi song. Anyhow, let's look at our equipment. Faded hat, old and beat up, like its owner. Peacemaker, long-barreled revolver, solid shooter that'll enhance attributes when drawn with the right hand. The Colt Peacemaker was perhaps one of the most important guns ever made. There's a reason that the saying exists that God made men, but Sam Colt made them equal. It's because guns are an equalizer when it comes to combat. So yeah, I think it actually makes sense that man has a cult peacemaker. Cracked leather gloves. It's not much better condition than the hands that wear them. Yikes. Poncho. A great big roomy bit of cloth that keeps the rain and wind at bay. He wouldn't be a Clint Eastwood inspired character without it. Well-worn boots. They've walked 1,000 miles and they'll walk 1,000 more. It's 1,000 miles, not 500, so I can't make that joke. And damage resistances to projectiles. Pretty cool. What do you gotta say, man, Doug?
So be it. If they've got us outnumbered, then we'll just have to even the odds before the big soiree.
I like how you said soiree there.
We ambush them, kid. We've got to prepare traps and whatnot to whittle down the gang when they ride in. That's how we'll win. Having said that, feels a bit improper for us to do all the work, given that this is as much your fight as it is ours, if not more.
I'll help. Me too.
I suppose I'll do what I can.
Count me in.
Honey,
We already know nothing will change if we keep our heads down and stay quiet. I say enough is enough. Better to take a stand, come what may.
but honey, it's not.
She's right.
Yeah, I'm sick and tired of them pushing us around. What about you, Cesar?
Well, yeah, I've had it up to here with them too.
It's happening.
I knew they would.
Then, my friends, the time has come.
Por la libertad y justicia, los mariachis se unen a la revolución.
Like something out of a fairy tale, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of similar to the plot of Seven Samurai and the Western adaptation of that with the Magnificent Seven in a sense. Pretty cool.
I believe the only one who has yet to declare their intentions is you, Sheriff.
Billy, what are you doing with your father's badge?
Here, mister. You deserve it.
Oh, hold on. I'm getting a phone call from somebody important. Hold on a sec. Hello?
Hi Daniel, it's me.
I can if you need me to. Alright. Bye. That was my boss. I am apparently working tonight, so if I wind up having to end this stream early, so be it. But yeah. Okay then.
My pa ain't fit to wear that badge.
I've been living in fear for the longest time. Terrified of what might happen if I dared do the right thing. But now I see. Sometimes you've got to brave the fire to forge a brighter future. They may call you the kid. But to me, here and now, you're a good man. The right man for the job. So hold on to that badge. And when the dust has settled, I pray I'll have done my part to earn it back.
And we get a sheriff's badge.
Not much left to discuss then, I reckon. Me and the kid will scrounge up supplies for the ambush. No point in asking y'all for help. I wager we've a bit more experience with this sort of work. Time is of the essence, kid. Can't spend too long rummaging around either, or we'll run out of time to prepare.
Mad Dog has joined the party. They'll strike at dawn, that's their way. Soon as the sun crests the horizon, they'll come riding into town from both sides. That means you've got until the 8th bell to make your preparations. We'll only have the one chance if we're not ready by the time they arrive. Anyway, when you've got everything you need, come back here. We're all ready and willing to do our part. Just say the word. Okay, so here's how this chapter works. We have to get supplies to set up traps. And when it finally gets to dawn, you know, that's when we gotta be ready. So,
Word of advice, kid.
Word of
Remember
advice.
this moment. Save the memory if you take my meaning. In case it all goes sideways.
Yeah. I'm gonna follow Mad Dog's advice. You want to save here. Also, you want to take Mad Dog's equipment. And we can give it to Sundown. Custom tailored hat, newest fashion from back east. Still got the crackle of the gloves. We got a nice jacket. And we got some better boots. And we can give Mad Dog our old equipment. We can also equip the sheriff's badge, which doesn't really do anything, but it's still cool. We are the sheriff now. Anyway, let's explore. Gotta find items.
That's, how'd explain? That there's one of my most prized possessions. See? Poster of this dancing girl I fancy. Jennifer's her name. She's got this grace and power about her, you know? Sexy, but a little intimidating. But in a way that makes her even more appealing.
Dude, stop. You are just making this worse for yourself.
Well, it breaks my heart to part with it. But if you really need it, so be it.
Barkeep's beloved poster. Okay. You got issues, Barkeep. You got issues.
You hear me?
Okay.
Well then. Best get a move on, kid.
No reason to mess with that. Is there a trap in here? No, but we do get beef jerky, and that'll be helpful. Billy. A slingshot? Yeah, we can use that. In fact, we'll give that back to you in a bit, Billy. Oh, I like how the moss are around the light bulb. That's cool. Thankfully, the items sparkle like that. Miracle Tonic wouldn't be an Old West game without you know, people selling Flim Flam water. Except this one actually works. Okay, sheriff's house. Nothing in there. You want to try and be efficient with your time so you have enough time to set all the traps. Oil. That one doesn't have anything. Anything up here?
The first bell.
First bell, we're still doing fine though. Oh, wait, is there anything up here? And there is. Or not. Yeah, there's some stuff here that's just designed to waste your time, but that's okay. It's not too difficult. And we saw this in the pause menu. Carrot, that's a trap. Another carrot, also a trap. You only need one of them though. Bottle of coal tart, that's going to be very important. That actually gives us more time. And it's also a trap. Pile of horse shit. Another carrot, which you don't really need. Empty
Oil
bottle.
in a bottle makes for a quick and easy way to start a fire. It'll take a moment to prepare.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. Bottled fire.
Molotov cocktail. Also a trap. You need it. Okay, this place is designed to waste your time. I'm trying to find a specific door.
Second bell.
Because I know there's an item in here that you need. There it is. Hidden door by the barrels. Bundle of rope. And now we can get out of here, because this place is just designed to waste your time. But, yeah, Wayne runs a, house for people. Pouch of oil. Is there anything else in this house? Oh, yeah, there is. Frying pan. Carrot. You don't need multiples of the carrot, but it is still important to get it. Shovel, another trap. Very helpful. Miner's Lodge. Is there something back here? Empty bottle.
Oil in a bottle.
Okay.
It'll take a moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
It never hurts to make
There you
more of
go.
them. And we got almost everything. Okay. Jerky. Another gun. Empty. Dynamite, we're definitely gonna need that. Another buntline special.
Third bell.
Third bell, that's fine. Nothing in there. Is there anything this way? Nope. That just takes you to the roof. It looks cool, but it wastes your time. Hey. Jerky. More healing items are always appreciated. Empty bottle. Anything up here? Another healing item. So that was worth it. And nothing in there. So let's go and set a whole bunch of traps. And then if I gotta end the stream before I actually do the fight because I gotta go to work, then so be it.
Got everything you need?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Then it's time. Goes without saying that some will take longer than others to get things ready. So hurry. Time's a-wasting.
Alright. Yes.
Need you to set a trap.
What kind of trap you thinking?
Alright. Set up the dynamite. Sheriff. Billy. There's
Need you to
actually
set
a trap only you can
What kind of trap
set
you
up.
thinking?
Where is your slingshot? I'm not gonna leave you out just because you're a woman. That wouldn't be cool.
Need you to
Besides,
set
there's a trap only you can
What
use.
kind of trap you thinking?
Frying pan? Barkeep?
Need you to set a trap.
What kind of trap you thinking?
Set up the poster. And you, ma'am, are also incredibly good at setting up traps.
Need you to set a trap.
What kind of trap you thinking?
So I want you to set up the shovel. Okay. Okay,
Need you to
James,
set a
I'll
trap.
What kind of trap
let
you
you
think?
set a trap if you want. Set up the bottled fire. The rest of these guys are really not the people you
Fourth
want
bell,
setting
kid.
traps. But we've got plenty of time. We got all the traps.
Somos tres mariachi, habilidoso soy, más útil que Pancho soy.
So here's the thing about the mariachi guys. One of them can actually set up a trap either super fast or ridiculously slow. I honestly do not recommend using the mariachi guys to set the traps. Annie, the barkeep, the sheriff, and Dallas are the best people to use to set traps. Because they are fast.
Need you to set a trap.
And I want you to set a trap, Sheriff. I want you to set up the coal tar, because that's going to buy us more time to set up the rest of the traps. Good job, Annie.
Need you to set
Need
a
you
trap.
to set a trap.
What kind of trap you thinking?
Set up the, we haven't done the carrot yet. Okay, good job, barkeep. This is going really well. I might actually finish this before I have to go to work.
Need you to set a trap.
What kind of trap you thinking? Don't see how we could make use of that at an.
Oh, I misclicked.
Need you to set a trap.
What kind of trap you thinking?
Okay, we've already done the bottled. We've already done one of the bottled fire. You only need one of them. We haven't done the rope yet though, so you go do the rope. Alright. Now we just gotta wait a little more. Because we still got plenty of time, we just gotta wait. And the coal tar that we have set up, once it's set up, it actually gives us more time, so we'll be fine, we'll be fine. We just gotta wait.
Fifth bell.
Yep, we just gotta wait, we still got plenty of time. It gets a little nerve-wracking, but it's okay. We've got this. We have got this. Just gotta wait. Okay, good job, James. Where is Dallas and the others? Because we've got plenty of the traps set up. Okay, good job, Sheriff, you're back. Okay, we should be able to do this. Good job, Annie. And yeah. I need you to set another trap.
What kind of trap you think?
Is this actually the last trap we gotta set up? It looks that way. Okay, do it. And with that, I believe we actually have set up every trap that you can set up. If not, then, you know, I'll retry and reload the save next time I stream, but, yeah, I'm fairly sure that's all the traps, because you only need one of the carrots, if I remember right, to actually do the trap. Because they give you multiple of the carrots, and they give you multiple of the bottled fire, but you don't actually need more than one of the bottled fire. You just need at least one to do the trap. The rest of the stuff are healing items or things to make more. And I'm fairly sure the reason they give you multiple versions of the carrot is just to make sure that you don't lose it. I'm gonna hand the rest of the carrots out though, just, you know, to be safe. But we should be fine.
Need you to set a trap.
What kind of trap you think?
Set out another carrot.
Pretty sure we...
Oh, yeah, he even makes a point of it. Thank you, Mad Dog. We've already done it. Okay, good. Okay. We've...
6th bell.
I know it's gonna take Billy a super long time to set up his trap, which is why we did that super early. 6 bell, but we got 8 more to go, so it should be fine. We just gotta wait. I'm waiting for Dallas and the sheriff. Okay, good job, Billy. You finally finished your trap. You take super long for that. Okay, good job, Sheriff. Now we just gotta wait for Dallas. They're not gonna like that one bit. Okay, we've set up all the traps. We've set up all of the traps. The rope in the boarding house, I never actually found that one the first time I played this game. But I believe that is every single trap in the game. Which means that when we go to do the fight, we should all be good. Okay, you got the Peacemaker and the bunt line. You got see, it increases our speed but lowers our defense, but Sundown Kid is a glass cannon. So having a slight drop in defense as someone who's already a glass cannon, I don't think that's too terrible. So I'll equip the bunt line, why not? Okay. Now we just gotta wait for the crazy bunch to arrive.
7th bell.
But yeah, everyone's here. We've set up all the traps that I'm aware of. Now just to see if we actually have set them up or not, you know? Just a moment of truth soon. Moment of truth soon. I love the mariachi band and the music of this chapter. The music direction and, you know, the whole aesthetic of, you know, this game being a collection of short stories, I like it. And every chapter in this game, there was a different manga artist that did the art and character designs. For instance, in the ninja chapter, the guy who did the art for that was the guy who made Detective Conan. I could go over each of the manga artists, but we'll have to do that at another time. Because I did not expect to have a time crunch with streaming, but you know, that's okay. Sometimes you get called into work, you know. I have to take care of myself. I have to be able to put food on my table and pay my bills. So I don't mind an, you know, extra shift because it's extra pay, you know? I want to say thank you to the people who have been leaving likes. I know I've been liking my videos, but I also know someone else has been consistently liking each of the videos I put out. And I want to thank you for that. The fact that I made something that appealed to you and you decided to express it, I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you to whoever is leaving the likes. I really do appreciate it.
Hey, kid. That's the 8th bell.
And here we go.
Thank God. Finally. After 3 days and 3 nights of walking through the desert. Civilization! At long last, see what? The good Lord hasn't forsaken us.
Father? Father!
Oh, that's messed up. That's messed up. Crazy Bunch done killed his dad. Dude falls off his horse and decides, hey, I'm gonna go find this poster of some dancing girl. This guy deserved to fall to the trap. Seriously, dude, your priorities are completely backwards.
Why in the hell someone put this here, of all places? That's just weird.
Yeah, it is kind of weird. But you fell for it. And there he is.
You will come outside and present yourselves to me at once.
We did it. We successfully pulled off all of the traps.
Refuse, and we will treat you as we would any other pests and smoke you out of your burrow.
Mister?
It's time, Mad Dog.
You got that right. I've been waiting to look this devil in the eye.
I'm coming too.
Today is not the day for you to find your courage. Should the worst come to the worst, should the two of us be killed, it falls to you to protect these people.
But you won't be killed, right, kid?
Of course not.
Go get him!
It is you, then. You who educated Pac and his brothers so deftly in the ways of war. I owe you a debt for the generosity you showed my disciples. We are men of violence, yes, but we are nevertheless men. And so, I will repay you in our common currency. In blood, and lead, and death!
And here we are, oh Dio. Look at this absolute beast of a man lugging around an entire Gatling gun with his bare hands. So, we heard that he was part of Custer's 7th. I think they gave him a Gatling gun for a reason. You see, there's actually a controversy regarding Gatling guns and the Battle of Little Bighorn. General Alfred Terry included a single battery of artillery comprising 2 3-inch ordnance rifles and 2 Gatling guns. Custer, however, chose not to use said artillery. And that raises a lot of questions of why did he do that? So, yeah, I think it's kind of interesting, the historical kind of nod that historically, Custer's 7th did not actually use a Gatling gun. But nonetheless, Dio is using one. Yeah. Interesting, just a little piece of historical knowledge, you know? I really do appreciate this game for little things like that. Anyhow, let's fight Dio. Items. Bottled fire.
You and your town will be dust in the wind come tomorrow.
Okay. We need to figure out what we're gonna do with the Mad Dog and his range, because Mad Dog has some really good attacks, but some of the ranges on his attacks are a little bit weird.
Oh, that's your best? There'll be nothing left to bury.
Oh, thank goodness we weren't in the line of range for that attack, because if you are, you will die. Yeah, hollow point.
Not even a scratch. Go on, run!
It makes sense that a cavalryman would have a bugle like that. Okay, Texas Jitterbug.
I got it.
Not bad. Another hollow point.
I was quick to judge you. I apologize.
Oh, you are such a cool bad guy. You are so cool. Sidewinder. Oh, did we interrupt his attack?
Come on.
And that's what I was talking about with the range on the Gatling barrage, because goodness gracious, it will tear you in half. Do we have a... Okay, we do with the Miracle Tonic. Cool. Miracle Tonic, go!
Thank you not to mention this again.
It's okay, Mad Dog. I won't tell anyone that you got messed up by a Gatling gun. Although, to be honest, being able to say that you fought against a dude with a Gatling gun and lived would probably only do more for your reputation.
Damn!
Oh, sweet, we interrupted him. Another hollow point. And he's getting close.
You've more violence in you than I thought.
Okay, that line right there is actually one of the reasons ODO is actually one of my favorite chapter bosses. There's more violence in you than I thought. That line has profound implications, considering that one of the central themes of this game is cycles of hatred. That line's actually pretty profound. Ride the lightning.
There'll be nothing left to bury.
Okay, do we have any healing items that can be used on Sundown himself? No, but that's okay, because we can still beat him. Okay, single shot, go. We win. And Sundown's gonna be perfectly fine.
I'll never sleep. I'll never die.
Okay. That line, "I'll never sleep, I'll never die," was not in the original. They added that line to the remake. And it's an homage It's an homage to a book. It's an homage to Blood Meridian by Cormac McCarthy. Blood Meridian and Cormac McCarthy as a whole is a fascinating writer. I loved reading The Road when I was in school. But Blood Meridian, I have not read that one yet. I have there's a family member who he really loves that book, Blood Meridian. He's told me that I would love it. He said it's like a Western classic. He said it's truly a masterpiece. So one of these days I want to get around to reading it. But I think that's a cool line to give him, because it's said by the main villain of Blood Meridian, apparently, and apparently the main villain of Blood Meridian, one of the themes with him is also cycles of violence and how violence changes people. So I think that's kind of cool that they gave ODO that line.
They won! They won!
As I live and breathe. Did he just turn into a horse?
This is also a neat little historical nod. Remember how I said that the cavalry division, all the guys who went to fight against the Sioux and the Lakota and all of them, remember how I said all of them were wiped out? That's true. But they did leave behind a survivor. Not a human survivor, but they did leave behind a survivor. They left a single horse. Now, the horse's name was not Dio. If I remember right, I think the horse's name was actually like Cheyenne. But, yeah. There was, in fact, a single horse from Custer's 7th Cavalry that actually did survive. And I think that's actually pretty cool that the game gives a nod to that.
Lord have mercy. It's true.
And yeah, the sheriff's even gonna point it out.
Until Odio came along, story was that the Sioux and Cheyenne had massacred Custer's 7th. Not a man survived.
Yep.
But a single Union horse did.
Yep.
And they said he was death itself. And maybe they were right. Born of those fallen soldiers. Something cruel and primal.
He never slept, they said. Never slept and would never die.
Yep. More Blood Meridian.
I don't know how to thank you, kid. Or maybe I do. Stranger.
That's all well and good for you, but not for me. You neither, kid. We've got unfinished business, you and I.
That's right.
Stop it, please!
You beat Odio together, didn't you?
Stay out of it. This is between me and him. Ain't that right, kid?
Yeah.
Okay, then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, and Caesar goes back to freaking out. Oh, that is such a cool little detail. I don't want to fight you, Mad Dog.
See you soon, kid.
Do you have to go so soon?
I'm I'm not sure what to say at times like this, but I suppose I ought to thank you.
Oh, I'll do it. Thank you for everything, mister. Oh, actually, if I can ask you for something?
If it's about the badge, it's okay. I don't need it anymore. Just a piece of cheap tin in the end. I reckon I can serve these people as their sheriff well enough without it.
One more thing. We can't leave you with just words. There's something else we ought to give you. I'm afraid we don't have a lot to offer. Just a few bits of loose gold. But if you want it, it's yours. Will you take it?
I don't want your money.
Huh? Really?
It's been a long, long time since I had the chance to do something good and decent. That's reward enough.
Oh, kid.
Well, I'll be. It's him. It's gotta be him. That man there once made a name for himself as the fastest lawman in the West. But as his legend grew, more and more gunslingers hoping to make their own came calling. Came to a head when a gang of outlaws rode through his town, leaving all manner of tragedy in their wake. Not long after, he vanished, and then a bounty was put up for a theretofore unheard-of renegade. A fortune to tempt the greedy to follow him into the desert. A means to make amends or earn a final reprieve. The kid.
Hey, mister! Kid! We'll never forget you!
Yoo-hoo. Didn't think we'd meet again so soon, did you?
I love how it transitions from the chapter theme to the battle theme there when we're about to meet Mad Dog again. That is so cool.
It's like something out of a Greek myth, don't you think? This bond, this never-ending story of ours.
You are so cool, Mad Dog.
Except an ending's exactly what we're gonna write today. Horse looks familiar, does it? Well, it should. It's Odio, or what's left of him. He's a wild bastard, untamable at heart. Not unlike myself, really. I dare say we're a match made in heaven. Or hell. Draw!
I don't want to hurt you, Mad Dog. You're a cool guy.
What the?
Okay. I don't want to kill him. I do not want to kill him. I also don't want to die myself, though. Beef jerky, go. I don't want to kill him, but it's not letting me flee. I don't want to kill him. I really don't want to kill him. Please don't die. If I do this, please don't die. Because if you die, I might just cry a little. Please don't die.
God damn it!
Okay, thank goodness he doesn't die.
Don't you leave me here in the dirt with my shame again! Wait, damn you! Whoa, boy! Again? You shot my horse out from under me again? Get back here! Oh, Dio!
On the road again. Oh man, I love this chapter. Not a super long one, but it's very fulfilling. So, before I head on out to work, there's a couple things I want to do. The first thing I want to do is say thank you to everybody who's encouraged me. The second thing I want to do, I said that there was a particular sheriff who said that I should, you know, keep on trying with this. A couple days ago, one of my favorite streamers, Maury Calliope, she did a, you know, super chat reading stream. And it was the first time I've ever really interacted, you know, in a stream. It was super fun. First time I ever made a super chat, actually, you know, donating money to a streamer. And I donated, you know, some money. And, you know, I told her, you inspire me. I told her that, you know, even if streaming doesn't work out, you know, I find you inspiring because, you know, you put yourself out there and made people smile. And she read out my super chat and she told me, you know, hey, I wish you the best. I hope it works out for you. She told me, you know, to keep on trucking and that, you know, as you keep doing it, it should get easier for you. She told me that, you know, one of the other guys in chat pointed out that, you know, hey, even if you only got a couple of people watching you, the fact that you got someone to watch you at all is pretty cool, you know? And they both made a lot of really good points, and it was super cool to see them interact with me, and so many of the people in chat were wishing me good luck and all. I want to thank you for that. If any of you who were in the chat, you know, come by and watch my stream, I want to say thank you. And I want to say thank you to Maury for being one of my inspirations to stream. I also want to thank, you know, my family members. I want to thank, you know, a lot of the great YouTube Let's Players, Proton John, Chugga Conroy, Nintendo Capri Sun, Johnny Awesome, because they also very much inspired me to try and give this a shot. So, before I end this out, I said before that if there was one thing that I would say the Sundown Kid is, I would say he's a desperado. And so, to end this out, I'm gonna sing the song Desperado. I've never really sung a song on stream before, but you know what? There's a first time for everything. So here we go. Whew. Desperado, why don't you come to your senses? You've been out riding fences for so long now. Oh, you're a hard one, but I know that you got your reasons. These things that are pleasing you can hurt you somehow. Don't you draw the queen of diamonds, boy. She'll beat you if she's able. You know the queen of hearts is always your best bet. Now it seems to me some fine things have been laid upon your table, but you only want the ones that you can't get. Desperado, whoa, you ain't getting no younger. Your pain and your hunger, they're driving you home. that's just some people talking. Your prison is walking through this world all alone. Don't your feet get cold in the wintertime? The sun won't show and the sun won't shine. It's hard to tell the nighttime from the day. You're losing all your highs and lows. Ain't it funny how the feeling goes away? Desperado, why don't you come to your senses? Come down from your fences. Open the gate. It may be raining, but there's a rainbow above you. You better let somebody love you. Let somebody love you. You better let somebody love you before it's too late. Thank you, chat. And thank you, everybody. I love you all. And I'm so happy I'm able to do this.